Welcome to Eternal Bonds. What can I get you?
I'll just take a gentleman's drink in a FAIRVIEW podcast, please.
Speaking on different topics, might be twisting us from dropping the truth first. Don't really give a fuck if you don't like it. Never flipping the script, telling it like it is. Might not see eye to eye, but the fair view we gon' give. If you don't like someone's opinion, shit, it is what it is. A podcast is a podcast, it's gon' give what it give. Money is the rush, just getting there how we live. Morals and principles is how we raising our kids. Then let's do it big, yeah, B.I.G. If you hating on us, then you can suck the T.I.P. Forever my brothers, 3 letters F.M.B. Forever my brothers, 3 letters F.M.B.
Let me get a noise or something, shawty.
We're gonna make it do what it do.
We live, man.
Man.
Yes,
Hold on. Let's get
we're
right.
We're coming different. We're coming different. All right, we're coming different this season, man. We gotta getting real in our bag. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Deep.
Yeah, we ain't here, man. Definitely finna get this going. Yeah, man. Welcome to season 2. It's a little bit of a change, but it's a change that we like, and it actually affords us more opportunities to go further and further. If you can hear me right now, my baby girl's in here crying because she locked herself in her room. So give me 2 minutes.
See that little baby, right? She thinks she's too grown. All right. What is she? She like 20-something months, years old, going on real 20 years old.
Hey, he kill me with that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Anything we do, it would kill me. Yeah. She's 21.5 months and 7 weeks. This shit is hilarious, bro. She is about 22 months, though. 22 months. We on the way.
I'm flying, man. It's crazy.
That makes sense. We write to you afterwards. Then it's the twins. And then Lynn. Golly.
Man.
Cameron twins. No. We got Cameron twins.
After month, yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Apologize, my babies, man. Oh, man, hold on. I just want to take the time to officially introduce our first guest of the pod, man. 15-year NBA vet.
Yeah.
Host on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give him his flowers right now, man. I remember he made up a play for me. I didn't have no plays. He used to just point to the floor, put fours down. He used to let me get into my bag, man. I want to introduce y'all to my coach. Like I said, 15-year-old NBA vet, loving father, loving husband, OLDEN POLYNICE.
What up?
What's going on?
What's up, man? OLDEN the Great. Should have went 5, but he went 8.
What up, baby?
What's going on,
What's up,
boss
man? How
man?
you doing?
What's going on?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Man, I just really want to tell you how much I appreciate this, boss man. You know how I feel about you.
I got you, man. I told you that.
Yes, sir.
I'm still mad.
How was your event?
I'm still mad you stopped balling.
Baby girl, man, she sat me down.
I understand, but my God, you are good. You good.
Hey, we feel the same way, man. We feel the same.
Okay, I understand the reasoning, but you. Oh man.
I tried to keep it as long as I could, man. Really, that last season when I went to Wichita instead of going back to San Diego, I was just dealing with stuff, so it kind of was like, all right, yeah, it's time.
I got you.
And then I had an offer to go to Ireland for like $1,900, and it just wasn't working.
Nah. You worth more than that.
I appreciate you, boss man. How was your event last night?
It was good. So yesterday I did a rib competition. I judged a rib competition.
Ooh,
and so out here in Lodi, California, it's kind of like 30 minutes or so from Sacramento. But it was really fun. There was like 18 contestants for the ribs and then another 18 for tri-tip. So we did, tri-tip and ribs, but it was amazing. It's my first time judging a competition. This was a major competition. And so I was a celebrity judge, but now they've asked me to judge more competitions. I was like, hell yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
For me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
feed me. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
feed
that's what
me.
we known for out this way for our ribs.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you ever come to Kansas City? Yeah, we got that rib.
Actually, there is one in
here.
Kansas City that they invited me to. The Kansas City
man.
one, and I was like, "Oh man, I'll do it." So yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
you about to come out here.
You come out here, man. We'll show you a good time for sure.
All right, definitely. Hey,
Let
you
me
guys
know.
are
I
in
definitely
Missouri,
want to
right?
check the rips.
You're in Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's one of my favorite places. I don't do Kansas City, Kansas.
Oh no, we in Kansas. We in Kansas. I did.
My man's is in the Missouri side, but we in the burbs a little bit. We in Olathe.
Yeah, we know we know both sides though. It's all good.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
Yeah, man. So I just kind of wanted to kind of give you this time, boss man, to kind of course, my brothers here, they know about you because of what I spoke about you when I played with you and stuff like that, and the flowers I gave you and stuff. But you kind of want to just give our viewers like just a little bit about yourself and kind of tell them like how you got into the NBA and kind of life before the NBA.
Okay. Well, my story's kind of well known, but then there's a lot of stuff people are finding out about now, and I'm actually writing a book about my life story because I think it's incredible, you know, and I'm not blowing smoke or anything because it is. So I was born in Haiti, which is one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. That's what the media says, but I know we're not. We have a lot of natural resources. We're rich in culture and everything else, but we're gonna go with that narrative. So being born in Haiti, you know, with not great medical, I was also born with a handicap. So basketball was not something that me as a kid thought about. I didn't play basketball until I got to high school in New York City. And what's funny about that is I grew up right across the street from the famed Rucker Park. And I never played basketball. And so I would walk by, see them play basketball, and I wasn't interested. And then one day my high school coach was like, hey, you should play basketball because I went from 6 feet to 6'8" in one summer. So from my freshman year to my sophomore year, I just grew 8 inches. And he was like, you got to play basketball. I was like, dude, I don't play basketball. I don't like the game. I don't want to play basketball. Leave me alone. So he met with my parents, and he was so insistent. He says, yo, Mr. and Mrs. Polynise, if he gets good enough, he can get a scholarship to college. And it'll be free. When my parents heard the word free, oh, he's playing basketball.
Yeah.
And so after that, I just played. I got good. So I started my sophomore year. Junior year, I'm an All-American. You know, it took just 1 year. And second year, I'm first team All-American. I have 200 college offers. And the rest is history, you know. And one of the things that people they don't get, and I try to explain to them is this. My freshman year at Virginia, I helped lead the team to the Final Four as a freshman. But it was my 3rd year of basketball. You know?
That's crazy.
Which is unheard of.
No, it's unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of myself for what I did.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then 2 years after that, I'm playing professional basketball. And then the following year, I'm in the NBA, you know? So it took me like 6 years to be an NBA player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's unheard of. That's unheard of.
After that book, it need to be a movie because that's.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hit up Tubi. Tubi, they'll get it done for you.
Well, I have access to that.
Yeah, that's big, man.
No, that's what's up,
6 foot to 6'8" though. Did you have some growing pains?
Yes. Oh my God, my knees hurt so freaking bad. And I like to joke and tell people, you know, I was way ahead of my time because as far as fashion, because you know how people the style they wear now, them high waters, that was me every day. Shoot, all my pants were up above my ankle.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Third game of the season. Coach Olden, he come out with the black jeans, little kind of like a little cowboy belt buckle, blue, like kind of baby blue over the top, with the black and powder blue threes on. Talk about some, these ain't dropped yet. Nah, watch out.
Hold up now.
Hey man,
That's what's up, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I stay current. I try to stay current.
Yeah. So that's going to pop right into the question I wanted to ask you. Is it like, I know you had I know you told me this personally, like you kind of had the relationship with Michael, but I kind of want to know, is it ever a point to the time, like to a point where like you get mad that even though you did your 15-year NBA career, like they kind of remind or remember you from the fact that you're the trade that sent Scottie Pippen to the Bulls?
Well, funny story about that one as well. The trade happened the night before. You know, it was already done. Chicago ended up with the 5th pick. Seattle ended up with the 8th pick. But because NBA rules doesn't allow you to do trades before the draft starts, it remains Seattle 5 and Chicago 8. So in all reality, it looks like I was traded for Scottie Pippen, but the trade had already happened. And so also with that, no one knew who the hell Scottie Pippen was back then. You know, it's like, even when Stern announced the name, he said Scott Pippen. And because I thought I was getting called with the 5th pick, the Seattle Supersonics select, I was literally getting up because I was told, I was promised by Seattle that I was going to be picked 5th. So when he said Scott Pippen, I'm like, who the hell is Scott Pippen? Everybody had the same thought process. Who the hell is this guy? We don't know who he is. We've never heard of him. He didn't go to D1 school. You know, no ESPN, nobody talked about him. So it's like, who the hell is this guy? But again, now think about it for a minute. And I try to explain this to people. If I stay with Chicago and he goes to Seattle, everything changes. Because now I'm in Chicago helping Michael win championships. And Scottie probably wouldn't have played because they had Dale Ellis, they had Tom Chambers, they had Xavier McDaniels, they drafted Derek McKee. All those people are at his position. So he most likely wouldn't have played. So that's why I'm saying, you know, it's weird how things work out, but I'm happy with, you know, how my career ended. I just don't like the fact that I didn't get a championship. That's the one thing, you know. You only championship.
No, hey, but absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Sean. My fault.
Just piggybacking off what you just said. What is one player that you think is like the most underrated that didn't get a ring?
Oh man, there's so many that didn't get a ring. Patrick Ewing had some great years with New York to not have a ring, but I think number one is Stockton and Malone, and you can't say one without the other. You know, that's why whenever I reference them, it's always Stockton and Malone. Yeah, because those two guys. And to go back to the finals, which is hard to do in itself, but unfortunately, who did they get both times? MJ. And that's a headache all of its own.
They got a bad break right there.
Yes, indeed.
Man, that's tough.
No, that's
I'm a big Melo fan. That's one player I would wish would have got his ring. I think Melo and Iverson, man. Oh.
Well, Melo didn't have the team. Iverson had an opportunity, and again, they ran into a buzzsaw in the Lakers. And so, you know, that's tough. Sometimes everything about this, and I'm sure you guys are watching it right now, it's all about matchups.
Yeah.
It all depends on who you get. If you get the right matchup, you're going to run through the damn league. But if you get the wrong matchup, because we all have an Achilles heel. Every team has a team that they struggle with. Everybody. I don't care how good you are. There's always one team, but that team may struggle with everybody else, but they just have your number.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. that's kind of what we were saying. Like, I think OKC the whole season kind of built their team to face like Boston or Milwaukee or Cleveland, and end up facing Indiana.
Right. And no one saw that coming.
Nobody. I think Indiana. No. I just think Indiana deserve it. I wouldn't be mad if they win it, man. They probably win the most winning.
Hey, I'm with you on that too. I'm saying it on your show. Breaking news: Indiana's gonna win the championship.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
I believe it, man. I believe
Indiana is gonna win the championship because here's the deciding factor for me. I don't care about Shea being MVP and everything else. They won 68 games. I don't care about that because that's not what it's about at this point in time in the season. It's going to come down to 2 plays. We just don't know what those 2 plays are. But usually this stuff comes down to 2 little things that you do or don't do. But to me, the main thing is Rick Carlisle has the advantage as a coach over Dagnall. And that's where Indiana wins it.
Because hasn't Rick Carlisle, he's been with Boston, San Antonio, Dallas, and then now with Indiana. Compared to this dude, he's never been there.
He was not in San Antonio.
Not in San Antonio? Okay.
No, Dallas, Indiana twice.
Okay.
I think he did Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's wild though, man. I definitely see how Rick Carlisle he just letting them play. Like I think every time they
he went to the University of Virginia.
Come on, man. But no, like every time they done hit a game winner, he lets them play it out, and then it's worked out.
That's what I love, Jude. Great point. That's what I love about him. Why am I giving you a chance to set up?
Exactly.
Remember how we used to play?
Yeah.
How many timeouts did I call?
We was running the whole time.
We run. I don't need you to get set up. I'm not giving you an opportunity to get subs in and set up. And no, we just gonna run your butt into the ground.
Yeah.
You need to just figure it out while you're trying to catch your breath.
We're gonna see who in shape.
Yeah.
But
we were in shape. They better be lucky we had those injuries.
What was that drill you did in the training camp where you just play back and forth and you don't let the ball?
Oh, my helter skelter.
Shit. I'm telling you.
Let me explain it to people.
Yep.
So I have a drill called helter skelter, and if anybody wants to get better, it's a free game. So we play 5-on-5 with scrimmaging, but there's no out of bounds at all. So the ball goes in the basket, you get it right out the net, and you run. Because the tendency for people and players, especially young players, is to stop. When the ball goes in, look around and everything else. So I just created this whole concept of getting it out the net and run. And usually with us, what is it? Let's say we go to 11 points by 3-1, 3-2. Everybody's like, sub.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah, there was a time we did in training camp where you had like 10 subs and you still needed to come out every 2 minutes. Like it got worse in the season because wasn't no subs, but no, it was bad. But it also, like you said, it helped us in it.
Yeah,
it came to the point. Actually, I had a homie of mine ask me because I had posted one of my stat lines, and I think it was like 42 and 10. And he was like, "Man, how did you have the conditioning to do that?" I said, "Bro, at that time, that shit was like you didn't even know it happens until after the game. Like when you check stats, like, damn, I did that. Like that shit you had us doing was just like the preparation for the game. It was easy. It was second to none."
Yeah, well, one of the things that I always preach is this. You cannot think if you're trying to catch your breath.
Yeah.
Because that's all that's on your mind. It's like, I need to catch my breath right. What play did he call? I don't know. I don't care. I just want to catch my breath. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a firm believer. If you're in shape, you don't have to worry about that. So that's why I used to get you guys in shape. Whoever was on my team I always tell people, I don't care if we win, lose, or draw, but we're going to be the most conditioned. We're going to be the most in shape team. And if you are, 9 times out of 10, you're going to beat a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And like I said, we win the championship when we don't have those 2 injuries.
Oh, yeah. Who was it again? Davion
and Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
And we lost big. We didn't have big, so it's all good though.
No, that was a nice little season because like I don't think nobody expected it, and just the fact that we won the Western Conference, like that's crazy.
I never told you guys this, but they picked us to finish last.
Oh, stop that.
I swear to God.
I remember you told me that one dude after we won the first round against San Diego Sharks, I don't want to call his name out because I don't know his name, but the white dude who said you shouldn't have put me in because I might have been too attitude wise, like from the training camp when I was talking shit and whatnot. And I remember Sam had told me that, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But,
yeah, well, I play my players. I don't give a damn. I believe in all my guys. So
yes, sir, that's how I should be.
Say what they want to say.
But no, so I got another question for you. And this is actually, I think I asked you this in person, but I can't remember. That was kind of a while ago. But if for the viewers who don't know, Olden was one of the first basketball players to take a hunger strike for Haiti to kind of put
not the first. Stop it. Not the first. The only. The only.
The one and only. So I kind of just want to ask you, like, did you have in since it was like you said earlier, you've only been playing basketball for a certain amount of time, did you have any type of fear of like losing everything for standing up for what's right, or was it like, man, I'm riding till the wheels fall off?
Well, that's a great question, and I think that's what made me different than most athletes. I can't cuss. I didn't give a damn. I really didn't, because I know Mike, MJ, he cared about endorsements. Magic cared about all this, and I'm not saying that they're not sticking up or standing up for people, but I'm just saying that's at the forefront for them. I didn't give a damn. I had a shoe deal. I didn't care. I had endorsements. I didn't care, because to me, at the end of the day, as a man, as the person that's caring about humanity, I was gonna do it anyway. So so I did a hunger strike during the 92-93 season. Now, what's crazy about that is this. I had no intentions of doing a damn hunger strike. None. I was going to lend my support because I saw other people doing it, and it was crazy because I saw Danny Glover, all these Hollywood actors, Richard Dreyfuss, getting arrested and everything else. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm from Haiti. I got to do something. So I walked into the arena, literally. The reporters came up and they asked me about the game. And they put the microphone in front of me. Are you, what's the game plan for today? I can't remember what the exact question was, but it was game related. And out of my mouth, because of the U.S. policies against Haitian refugees, I have decided to go on a hunger strike, effective immediately. I still remember the speech because that's what I said. It came out of my mouth. So everybody's like, huh? What are you talking about? What's going on? You might know about the game. They said, you're going on a hunger strike? I said, yes, effective immediately. And then I had to decide how I was going to do the damn hunger strike because I hadn't thought this shit out.
You jumped right into you jumped into it.
So I put it out there. Now I got to figure it out. So I did no food, no drinks the first 2 days. The team doctors are like, boy, you crazy. You lost your damn mind. No. You got to at least have liquids. So then they're like, okay, how about, before the game, what are you going to do? I said, I don't want to eat. This is a hunger strike. They're like, okay, you got to figure something out. So I literally, we had 3 games, I think, 2 or 3 games. And one of them was against Shaquille O'Neal. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So I said, okay, I did juices before the game, right? And that was it, food. And so I did it for 10 days and lost like 12 pounds. And then the All-Star break hit. I was still under hunger strike during the All-Star break. Now, here's the funny thing. It's funny now, but at the time it wasn't. My family came to visit me in LA. I flew back home to LA. And think the second night at home, somebody they said we heard boom.
Oh.
So my family said all we heard was boom. They came up, my mom is like, you have to stop this. Okay, it's over. Stop it right now. And that's when I had the hunger strike after I had the fainting spell. I literally passed out. I don't remember passing out. I don't even remember coming to. I just remember them telling me the story.
But no, props to you, man, because I remember I just at that time, like even teaching it through school, like growing up how in the schools we grew up, it was always Haiti is poor, Haiti's broke, Haiti's. They're always on the commercials, and I, like you said, you know that's not it. But no, just props to you for doing that, and yeah,
That's it right there.
Yeah,
that was
sticking
big
up for
at
the
that time
culture.
too.
Coach.
So I got a
See,
question.
that's what's so crazy is like shit that happens right there with no social media, don't blow up, and then it just gets under the rug. Like nobody.
Before Kaepernick was even a thought process, I was already doing all this stuff, man. So that's why I say. And you know what's crazy? Also, like once it made the news, we played one of the games. It might have been the Knicks. So one of my ex-teammates and some other players, they were like, "Hey, hungry?" You know, they were clowning, and I'm like,
"Whoa,
that ain't funny." And the league was against it, so they were always against it. So I was like, you know, but now look at it; they embrace all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The entire NBA embraces this. But back then, they looked at me like I was a damn pariah, and so I was like, you know, I don't care. But I was doing this before all them dudes, man. Before Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, you know, for the flag, I was doing all that stuff.
No worry, no.
So you was the trendsetter. You need to get your flowers for that.
Oh, but I had people before me now. I had Muhammad Ali, I had Jim Brown, I had Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I learned from some of the greatest. I was just doing my part.
Way to put Haiti on the map, man.
Yes, sir. But we gotta, and I tell people, you gotta know your history. It's because of Haiti. You know, we fought for our independence and we won. That's why they mad. Whoop their ass, and it's like you weren't supposed to whoop our ass for enslaving you.
Right.
I see.
But no, you had a question for OC, baby.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, what's something about the NBA currently that you think should change or needs to change?
Wow, great question. I like the way the game is played. I like for the most part. I don't like the different whistles. You know, like Shea gets a favorable whistle. And perfect example of that is Steph Curry. Steph Curry gets the least amount of whistles for a superstar I've ever seen in my life. And it makes no sense to me. It's like all the whistles are different based on who you are. And it shouldn't be that way. Like when Denver Nuggets played OKC, Caruso is on him. I'm like, dude, Caruso cannot guard Joker legally. But yet the referees allowed him to get away with stuff. I'm like, dude, a foul is a foul. It doesn't matter who's guarding it. So to me, that's the one thing I wish the NBA would get better at, is have consistent whistles.
I definitely agree with that.
Yes, sir. Just to piggyback off that, because this is something I've always been saying lately as well. Just how I think the referee should be fined for bad calls. Just how Adam Silver can fine everybody else for reactions.
It's not gonna happen, but I agree with you. It's not gonna happen, but I agree. Okay, so look, this is a foul. This is not a foul.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you have some. You ever watch when they look at the instant replay? You already messed up, right? Because you made a bad call. Now a team has to use a challenge You know that they won the challenge, but you'll still rule against them. That makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
What are you guys looking at exactly? So there's so much of that stuff that I don't agree with, but I do agree with you on that. I believe that they do tend to do it like where they'll leave them off the roster to referee future games, but I think they need to be exposed, basically. You know, I think if you put them on blast, because you put the players on blast,
Exactly.
put the damn referees on blast.
Definitely.
Because the players be so passionate about a bad call, and you can just sometimes it be looking like the referee kind of doing it on purpose because they know the reaction. You know what I'm saying? They might not like this player this much, or didn't like the way this player does.
And that comes into play.
But they can be a little biased on their whistle.
They are. They're very biased. A lot of the referees get emotional. And I don't like that because your emotions should not come into play. If they don't like you, they take it personally. And again, all those things should not come into play. Now, I'm going to share a story with you guys, which is, it told me everything I needed to know about NBA basketball. So my rookie year, I'm one of those guys, I'm not trying to give you my money. I'm not trying to get technicals. I'm not trying to cuss you out. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm going to play the game. You blow the whistle. I raise my hand, foul me. I get all that. So one game, I get a bad whistle. And so I go to ref, and I was really good at this. And I implore young people. I think I said it to you guys too. Call him by his name. Ask him his name. You know, if you do that with referees, they're human beings. So I went over to the ref. I said, hey, do you mind doing me a favor? Can you just take a look? Because they have the replays in the back during halftime. They go over stuff. Can you just take a look? Because I think you missed that call, seriously. Because that was like my third foul. So he goes, I'm going to take a look. Man, he comes back at halftime. He said, you know what? Oh, you were right. I missed it. So next time you get the ball, just make a move to the basket. I'll give it back to you. I'm like, what?
Hey, hold up.
You're going to give it back to me? He blew the whistle. I got 2 free throws. But I'm like, wait a minute. See, you're manipulating the game right now. I never expected that to come out of a referee's mouth. But he said it. Just make a move. I'll give you the call back. But that's like crazy to me. I appreciate those, but that's still crazy.
That reminds me of that clip of Michael.
Which one?
That viral clip of Michael when he was talking to the ref and he was saying that was a foul, ref. And then the ref goes, I didn't see it, Michael, but I believe you. I believe you. I said, wow, that just explained that whole clip right there for me.
Hey man, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, man.
Like little strings, little puppet strings.
So would you agree with me if I say yes, Jordan is the greatest of all time, but LeBron is the best player to ever touch a basketball?
I don't agree with none of that.
Oh well, yeah. I seen a little story. I know you like Will. You big Will.
I mean, you see, and here's why I always do that to people. You ask me the question, so I can answer it any way I want. It's my answer. Now, if you want me to agree with you, you got to phrase it a different way. Hey, I need you to agree with me right now. So whatever you ask me, I'm going to give you my answer. But I'll tell you this, though, and I said it on the show recently. I went Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. But I can say Kobe, Michael, LeBron. I can say LeBron, Michael, Kobe, LeBron, Kobe, Michael. And I would still be right. So it doesn't matter which way we do it. They were all great players. They are all GOATs to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to get caught up in arguing and everything else because that's a nonsense. I can't win that argument because everybody's going to have their own perception. So that's the best way I can describe it in regards to those three. But at the same time, we had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who they had to change rules for. They ain't changed one rule for LeBron. LeBron is the beneficiary of a lot of other people's work. He's just, and they've changed the rules, and he's taken advantage of it. You know, he gets major whistles. So to me, I can't go with these guys right now. I gotta, you gotta look at everything as a whole. Will Chamberlain, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I know they only had 18, but guess what? Those 18s were playing during civil rights. They couldn't even stay in the same hotel with their teammates. Can you imagine the psychology of that? And then you got to go out and play basketball.
Play a whole
These
game.
guys, they have everything: private planes, masseuse, therapist, chiropractor, nutritionist, strength coach, stretching coach, blah, 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 blah. Dude spends $1 million+ on his body alone. These guys didn't have that. So to me, what I try to do is I want to appreciate everybody for what they did in their time. But I'm a firm believer, you're not who you are today. And I'm speaking to Shea, LeBron, Steph, all these guys. You're not who you are today if it's not on the backs of these guys. Like I said about the hunger strike, I had to give props to Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and those guys. And that's why I get mad with the young players today, because they don't respect those gentlemen. And that's sad. Everybody thinks basketball started in 2000.
No, I definitely hear you, man. But also I do kind of want you to kind of talk about this. And I asked this, I don't know if you remember this conversation. I asked you in the morning when we were in Portland and you were cooking grits. I was the only one who woke up with you.
Hey man, don't be spilling all my tea.
But no, I remember I asked you about like your little chess matches with Pacquiao, and I just kind of wanted you to tell them, like, you know what I mean? I can't remember what you told me exactly. I don't know if you remember the conversation, but like, I was just asking you, like, what is that? Like, basically, I can kind of rephrase the question is like, how does playing chess and playing other sports kind of like, I know you were doing it when you retired, but maybe if you were playing it while you were still playing, like, how does different sports kind of make you or help you with your main sport, but in different type of ways?
Oh, as far as chess?
Like playing chess, you might say, oh, I might make this move 2 moves earlier and then think about,
Okay, I got you. Well,
yeah.
That's a great question. And here it is. And the fact that you put it that way in regards to how it would have been if I wish I had played chess when I was playing in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I think strategically I would have been better. And I was really good. I was one of those people. And I think that's why I'm good at chess now, is because I had those components of seeing things ahead of time. And that's what chess is. You got to see the move before it happens. And you have to go deeper into a move. Like if I make a move, right, I need to know what his next move is, what my next move is, what his next move is after that, what my next move is after that. And you got to keep going. The great chess players can see 20, 30 moves deep, minimum. And so in basketball, same thing. When I played, I could see, okay, I'm going to get in the post. I catch the ball. All right, I know they're sending somebody on the dribble. So maybe I'll hold it for a minute. But if I know they're coming on the dribble, maybe I'll take a quick dribble and spin the other way. So you got to know these things, okay? And what happens after I take that dribble? What's my next move? And so that's why I try to teach young people is that you have to see deeper into your own move,
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've said something like that to you because it's like, you got to know, here's the best way I could describe it. And that's with the Utah Jazz. In Utah, we only had one play. We had one major play. There was a secondary one that they ran, right? But our one play is the pick and roll. Right? Stockton Malone. But we all had to know our own spots, right? And then we had to know the counters for all those plays, for all those spots. Like if Carl picks and pops, What's my counter? What do I do? What does Jeff do? What does Brian Russell do? If Carl rolls, I got to know where to go. But at the same time, I got to know Jeff's spot as well. I got to know his spot. I got to know, okay, if I go set a back, so there's so many different components off of that one play that you have to know. You not only know your actions, you got to know what his action is, his action, his action, his action. And that's, unfortunately, that's lost now because everybody now, all they do is freelance, without a purpose.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Twing. Yeah.
Just to back off June's question, what was the transition like after you retired from the NBA?
Oh man, great question. Hard, very difficult, because you're used to it. You're used to 18,000 screaming your name or booing you, and I love the booing more than the screaming my name.
Definitely.
Because I want to destroy you. I want to send y'all home mad.
Yeah.
I want to. Oh, he sucks. I remember them chants. Yeah, I do suck. I want to hurt your heart. But it was, to now have it all gone, it was hard. And it took me a while to go back to games, like to go watch games in the stands. Like I had access to games all the time, but I wouldn't go. The first couple of years, I refused. I don't want to be anywhere near basketball. And so you had to learn and adjust, find something else that you're passionate about. And for me, it was teaching basketball. It was coaching. And so, but I'll share this with you. My first job coaching, I literally, oh my God, it was so difficult. I go back, I think like the first 2 weeks of coaching, I was so stressed out. I reached out to all my ex-coaches that were alive, and I said, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize to them. I did not know. I didn't know it was this hard. I was calling, and they were like, man, I appreciate you calling me. I literally apologized to my coaches. It's rough. But yeah, early on, but then now I found my niche. I know what I want to do, so now I'm okay with it. Now I go to games, I can watch it now. And I think that's one of the reasons why I let this grow a little bit, because I didn't want to have that urge to make a comeback.
Yeah. And that's a great question to see, baby, because I kind of wanted to, this question kind of piggybacks off that. It's like, I know you said it was hard to figure out what you were going to do, but like when it comes to players who maybe didn't get to play 10 years and get the pension, did having the pension kind of make it like your mind a little bit more at ease, or like is it still kind of the same way that you ready to get the pension or not?
It ain't never about the money. I don't even have my pension. I didn't take my pension. I don't want it because I want to, because that's easy money. That's like whatever. I want to still do stuff, Yeah. And so to me, it was never about the money. And so I'm not concerned about it, because if I'm working, if I'm coaching and doing stuff, that's when I'm happy. Inside of gym is my happy place, other than golf. I love golf. But other than that, if I'm in the gym for a month, I'm the happiest person in the world, man.
Yeah.
And I can be in the gym every day for a month straight.
Yeah. Ooh. And for the viewers who don't know, he has a son right now who's only doing a pit stop in the TBL.
Yeah.
7 foot, right?
7'1".
Ooh. He's like that. I threw a couple lobs off the glass,
he
man.
shoots that thing too.
Yeah,
y'all got a taste of it.
Yeah, I threw him a couple lobs during practice and whatnot, man. I got to see him a little bit, but that kind of is going to go into Shad kind of wanted a couple questions to ask you, boss man, about fatherhood. Since this will be for our viewers, man. Happy Father's Day to all of our peoples out there, man. Father's Day. So if you kind of want to just, and like you said, it's kind of hard for you to go to games after, but how's it now seeing your son about to take that kind of not similar journey, but kind of that journey of pro basketball?
Well, there's a lot of parallels between my son and I. He started late too. He had the growth spurt. The thing about my son is he was growing this way. He was a chubby little kid, and all of a sudden he got in shape and started growing this way. Now he's 7'1", about 245. Listen, if I had his skill set, I would have been a Hall of Famer. Well, I swear to God.
He got it. He got it.
He's got the modern game. He runs a 4.5 40.
No, he's
which
trying
is
now.
insane at 7'1".
That's crazy.
And so to me, watching his growth is what I'm most proud of, because it's like, just as a parent, you want that for your kids, you know, and he's so focused and determined. He's not letting stuff get to him. The greatest achievement, and he's already accomplished it. This is, to me, his greatest achievement. So he played in high school. He played in college, 2 plus the COVID year. And then he played 2 years, in JUCO, and then 2 years at Long Beach. Every single year, he's been teammate of the year, as voted by the team.
Yeah, that's big.
That's the coolest thing for me as a parent. I don't care about and they won a championship. They won the Big West. So it's like, he's got a trophy and all that. But the fact that everybody see you as a good person, man, I don't care what he does the rest of his life. That's always going to stick out to me.
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
I've heard that before
Congrats
too.
on that,
Like
man.
when you get older, and the biggest accomplishment you can get from somebody is like, hey man, you raised a good kid. So
Man, that's the one for me. And I hear it all the time. He's a great young man. And,
that's good.
you know, I'd love to take all the credit, but I can't. You know, that's on him too, and his mom and everything else. But he's just, I'll share this. He's one of the people, like, I swear to God, I will call my son for advice.
That's good.
I
That's good.
call him for advice, and he gives great advice.
The village did their thing with him. That's what's up, man.
That's testament to his support system, man. That's crazy.
That's dope. But yeah, to piggyback off that as well, I wanted to ask you, because like you said earlier, 6 years playing basketball, then you right in the league.
Yeah.
That's a quick transition. So I was wondering, how was it balancing like your personal life and your basketball career? Because it came at you so fast.
Personal, I minimized it.
Okay.
I knew what I wanted, so my personal life took a back seat. I didn't say I stopped doing stuff, because when I was in college, I never drank, and then all of a sudden I get to Virginia, which is a party school. I found out it's like they're always having a cake party or some kind of party, and everybody's drinking. So, but it was minimal. You know, I didn't smoke. So that was a non-issue. I lost my virginity at 20 years old, so the women wasn't a factor either, because I knew women were always going to be around. So I really wasn't paying attention that much. You know, I'm going to look, I'm going to date, I'm going to do all this stuff, but if I got to go get in the gym, see ya. You know, so it was that kind of thing. I stayed focused on the goal and the task at hand, which was basketball. And it wasn't until, so after my freshman year, like I said, we went to the Final Four. I made the U.S. national team, you know, and it's funny because Karl Malone was my roommate, you know, with the U.S. team. That's when I first met him. And so then I'm hearing, oh man, Olden POLYNICE has a chance of making it to the NBA. When I heard that, oh, it was on then. So whatever I had to do, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
If I have to leave everybody alone, I'm gonna leave everybody alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's just coming from.
I tell the young people, you got to give something up. You can't do it all. You have to. If you want to be great at a sport, something has to be sacrificed.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, it's just crazy you say that. It's like, all right, I started playing basketball 6 years later. I'm in the NBA, let alone a lottery pick.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that part.
We definitely, man, this is a place where we definitely want to give our guests flowers. So Man, I can't wait because I'm actually about to start reading. So your book might be the first thing I pop up on my shelf now.
I'm definitely on that.
I'm working on it. I worked on it this morning, as a matter of fact. So it's coming along. It's like I've gone through so many processes. You know, when I first started the whole book project, then my mom died. So I was like, oh, I got to take some time off, because it's funny because I was on a chapter about her. So I gave it up and I went through a whole depression. I'm sad. My mom's no longer around. Then I pick it back up again. Then my dad dies. So I'm like, what is going on? So it's like now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, it's been, you know, I've grieved enough and everything else. So I'm back picking it up. And so me saying it now is like forcing me to get going on the book, you know, to not have excuses. And that's one of the things that I try to show people, because we're gonna like come up with excuses for ourselves based on what we're going through, and you got to stop doing that. I know I had to.
Mm-hmm.
That's
great. That's great advice, because another like the June is the month of men's mental health awareness. So I wanted to ask you about that too, because you like your story is crazy, man. Coming from Haiti to New York, that right there, New York, Rucker Park, that's a concrete jungle out there as it is. So I know you've seen a lot and been through a lot. And growing up in your era, mental health wasn't talked about.
No,
it was man up. And you got to get to it, man up.
And
so,
I hate. Go ahead.
So I was saying. So I just like. How do you kind of acknowledge all the things you've been through and kind of like move forward, knowing like, all right, I got to take care of my mental, you know what I'm saying? And then like you saying about your son, trying to instill him to be mentally aware and strong with his feelings and emotions and stuff like that. So how was that like learning?
Well, I'll answer the last part first, especially like with my son. That's why I call him, because to me he's the most emotionally secure and advanced out of everybody within our family circle. Because like he thinks first and then he acts. You know, being from Haiti, Haitians, most people from the Caribbean, we have a tendency to go to level 10 and then we bring it down. We try to figure it out. You know, growing up in that atmosphere and that lifestyle was hard. And so you're right, we don't address mental health issues. So when I got to a point in my life, like when I got to Virginia, there was a doctor named Bob Rotella, and he was a psychologist and everything else. He's the one that I dealt with. And I used to tell people all the time, I have a trainer for my body. Why shouldn't I have a trainer for my mind? And so we have to start embracing mental health and therapy and talking to somebody, because I don't want to be hard and tough all the time, because we shouldn't be. You know, an 8-year-old should not be raising his siblings, you know? And it's like, I still remember doing that, getting on the plane with my brother and sister to come to the United States. And it's like, that should not have been my responsibility, you know, as an 8-year-old. And so it's those things that you got to come to grips with, but we have to be honest with ourselves. We all have mental issues. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at y'all 3, myself included. Everybody in this damn world, we all have some kind of mental, whatever it is, whether it's a level 1 or a level 100, but we all fit in there somewhere. You know, it could be anything, but there is some form of mental something. And so we just have to come to grips. You know, men, we're not supposed to cry. That's a damn mental, that's mental anguish. I cry. Why shouldn't I cry? If you make me cry, I'm going to cry. If I'm sad, I'm going to cry. But we're not, especially black men, we're not supposed to cry. We're supposed to, yo, what's up? Man, the hell with that. I'm crying. I tell people all the time, don't say I have an attitude because I'm in my emotions, okay? Not my feelings, but my emotions, which we all have. 2 different things. You know, if you get in your feelings, that's a whole different subject. But you should be able to get in your emotions, because if I'm angry, I'm gonna be angry. If I'm happy, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna laugh. And so you have to embrace all of that. And if we don't, because society's telling us, no, we gotta be tough and strong, only women can have feelings and emotions, stop it.
Exactly. I feel the same way, man. And I love what you just said though. We gotta quote that. Like everybody got a physical trainer, and you go to the gym, you working out with a trainer, you go to a fitness class. Why don't you have that for your
Right here,
mind?
the most important thing. The most important thing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's therapy is always looked down upon like you really have a problem. It's not about that. It's about
It's not a problem.
being
You're
strong.
the smartest person in the room in that
Exercising your
moment.
mind.
When you deal with your issues, you are getting healthy. When you acknowledge it, I don't care what it is, you are acknowledging it, you are taking accountability. Now you're being a man. But listening to crap that people say, oh, we shouldn't do this because we're black, we're men, those are cop-outs. You know, they're built-in excuses for bullshit. Excuse my language.
I understand totally. Those are the ones that's running from something that they need fixed.
Yes.
Need to fix that.
Yeah, they when no one's around, that's when they struggling. Yeah.
But you see, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a number right quick. So far this year, do you know what the number of suicides are? 440,000.
40,000?
440,000 men have committed suicide in 6 months.
And we only know about 5 of them because the 5 were celebrities.
Exactly. When it's celebrity, that's when we talk about it. How about all the others? And that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not doing this with people anymore. I'm too old. That's my mantra now. I'm too old for this shit.
Hey, I'm saying that shit now. Shit, I'm 29. I'm saying it already. I love saying that shit, boy. Watch out.
And I don't mean old age. I just mean I'm just too old for this shit.
Just mentally, man. Like you
just mature wise.
Yeah, when you go through so many I think it's when you I know you've been a parent for a while, but for me and I know kind of them too, is once you get become a parent, you kind of like start staying away from people you know as deadbeats. You kind of start staying away from people who are always asking for something or always like needing something or always never having a job. You kind of start straying away from that. And it just made me realize, like they say, like when you level up or get this or this, that, not everybody can go with you. And that it's not no love lost. It's just, man, there's certain things I don't want to be around.
Let me tell you something. If they're not uplifting, just keep them away. But at the same time, everybody has a purpose in your life, whether good or bad. You just want to minimize the bad and accentuate the good. But everybody that comes into your life, male, female, child, whatever, will have a purpose and a reason for being in your life in that moment. You just have to see it. I've had a bunch of people that stole money from me, but there was no reason they were in my life for me to see and learn what not to do, who not to trust. You know, I was married, divorced. My ex-wife was in my life for a reason. She gave me 4 kids. But it's like, there's always a reason. There's something. So we can't just dismiss everybody. We just got to watch out for the pitfalls. You know, don't embrace the guy that's trying to stab you in the back. Just see that dude end the knife, you know, and acknowledge it and say, hey, you know what? I'm good.
That's some good ass advice. Hold on now.
Man. I'm glad I asked that
question. Spin
hey man, I'm holding up with all y'all daddy. So
but no, I'm gonna go since you already know you kind of making some headlines right now about you saying about LeBron is about time to retire. He's not gonna get no more rings. So what are you still playing for? Are you making some little headlines? What's up, man?
I did see that.
Hey, man, I wasn't trying to go viral and all that stuff. I just give my honest opinion because, see, the thing with me is this, and people don't realize this. I'm a Laker fan. I'm an actual Laker fan. So when I started playing basketball, right? So I got to go back. So the first basketball game I ever saw was 1979. Michigan State versus Indiana State, Magic Bird. And I just fell in love with that 6'9" point guard or 6'8" point guard out of Michigan State with a big old smile. He ends up on the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan since. So I say that because, again, I'm a Laker fan. I just don't see it. And I talk from here instead of here. They don't have enough pieces. Even with Luka, and I talked about it when I was working with Fox when the playoffs started. I said Minnesota is beating the Lakers. Okay, I did say 6 games. I think it was 5 games. I called it only because I knew Luka and LeBron were going to resort back to natural instincts. You remember your teammate, Kevin? When we stopped playing, I can draw up a play, I can do this, but I knew he was going to go back to his natural instincts of jacking up ugly shots, and not pass the ball. So it doesn't matter who you are. You have a natural instinct. We all do. That's what I was basing everything off of. It's just facts. And so the Lakers just don't have enough pieces. Now they're talking about making trades. Like one of the trade offers I heard is Nick Claxton from the Nets. But they're going to give a Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, somebody else, and draft picks. I'm like, that's not going to make you all better.
Yeah, Rui's one of the best pieces to me.
That's what I'm saying. And the reason I said LeBron should think about retiring, because it's like, dude, what else do you want? You've done everything. You're one of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. Ever. You're on the Mount Rushmore by yourself. You are the only one on the Mount Rushmore of great dads, family man, businessman. You're by yourself.
50,000.
I'm giving you all of that. Dudes, let it go, man. Let it go. Just like you need to let the hairline go. Let it go.
No, I think he do like staying young. I think he's gonna retire after this season. I think he should, man. But he should have been ball about 4 seasons ago.
You got on the floor with your son, which is a great accomplishment in itself.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? What else is there? It's not about the money. It's not about anything else. I'm like, okay, but you said the only thing it could be is the ring, but you're not. The team doesn't have enough. And for them to get the pieces they need to win, you can't have both Luka and LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a fact. That's definitely a fact. Hey, but I just wanted to thank you, man, for one thing. And this is like a little small thing, man. But when you took the invitation for the collaborator, man, JB Smooth had liked our post, man. We all big fans of JB Smooth, man. So that
my God,
we all texting the group chat.
Hey,
man, JB Smooth just swoop. So yeah, no.
Hey man, if you ever in LA, man, I'll take you over to his house, man. We hang out. That's my guy.
Hey, no,
I love me some JB.
Yeah, we might have to get that.
We should pull against each other a lot. Like I say, he's always doing different stuff. We have like a crew of people, family and friends. And, he has people over at his house. He does this barbecue in Malibu, stuff like that. But he's one of the nicest human beings. He and his wife are amazing. So, yeah, if you ever get out to LA, let me know.
Man, I don't doubt it, man. Hey, for the viewers who don't know, Olden had me in a movie. It was the day after our second game, and he had me in a movie, and this is kind of foreshadowing our next potential guest, but he got me in touch with a dude named Jim Strosser, and next day I was in the movie because I liked their brand of socks, man. So when he says that he's a man of his word, he don't mind sharing his famous peers and stuff like that, man. So definitely appreciate you for that. That's love.
Oh, man.
Because it's crazy. It's crazy to like when they say, man, Olden POLYNICE gonna be our coach 15 years in the NBA. You just think, okay, man, he's not really caring about us. He just coming here for a check. But then, like, when you realize that, like, man, this dude's a regular dude. Like, like you were saying, like, you woke up, cooked grits.
Hold up, they paid for that job, I got.
You know what I mean? But like, you know what I'm saying? He woke up, cooked everybody breakfast, and just like when I because I was already up, just seeing that as a coach, man, you cooked for grown men already who we could have got up and cooked ourselves.
I love it good, man, and I care about people, man. That's the one thing. And you know, I wanted to, you know, I appreciate you guys as well. And so I wanted to show my appreciation as well. It's a two-way street, you know. And that's why I try to tell people, a lot of these coaches, I try to school them on that. It's like, dude, being a coach doesn't make you better than your players, doesn't make you the boss of them, nothing. We're co-workers. You know, we have to exist together, you know, work in tandem. That's when you have success. So, but a lot of these cats, man, they're like, man, they want to talk down the players. They want to cut them out. I ain't doing all that, you know, or I try not to. Unless you disrespect me, then the New York and the Haiti comes out.
Yeah, you were probably the only coach I knew that people got mad at for telling them to shoot or to like.
Oh my God! Ooh,
like shoot, but don't like you said like, man, you got the green light, but don't. It's not neon green like Kev. That's my boy. That's Kev. But you and him always had a thing about shot selection. So it's like. Some dudes who like they hear, hey, you got a green light, and they think, hey, that's just all right, bet.
Yeah, like 1 on 5. 1 on 5. No, it's not 1 on 5. If you're open, shoot the ball. I'm a firm believer in that. Open is the best shot you're gonna get in basketball. You know, we had a player, he refused to shoot the damn ball wide open. And I tell because one of the things that I do is this: if I put 5 players on the floor, every last one of you is a threat. And every last one of you has to be a threat. I didn't believe in, oh no, you shoot, you rebound. No, we all shoot, we all rebound, we all play defense, you know? And that's the thing, because again, one of the things I'm teaching a lot of these young cats now is this. So I'm gonna ask it to you guys in the form of a question. How many positions are on a basketball team?
I'll go first. I'll say coach. I say you got all right. We're just generalizing everybody. I say 5. You got your players, you got your coaches, you got your training staff, and you got.
No. Forget all that. And I'm gonna even make it easier for you. When the game starts, how many positions are being played?
Oh, 5.
Oh, well, I say 6. Just how he was saying. 5 players on the court, and then you got the coach.
Okay.
Because you gotta listen to him with no play, so he's kind of like in the game.
And I don't know. I forgot your name in the middle. How many?
That's Kalen. That's C baby.
Kalen.
I'll probably go with Shaw. Say 6.
Okay. You know how many positions they are? 2. On the floor, off the floor.
No, that's facts.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, see, I'm overthinking it. It can be simple.
No, that is facts, though.
Go ahead. Explain what you
On the floor, off the floor. Which one do you want to play?
Yep.
That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's how you approach everything from now on. I'm either gonna be on the floor or I'm gonna be off the floor. And if you off the floor, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be off the team. You got to get on the floor. I don't care about nothing else. That's where you make things happen, on the floor.
Yeah. Hey, I do got to kind of. I don't think I ever asked you this, but was I kind of like a surprise to you, as in like you didn't expect me to like kind of maybe average 26 like when you first see me?
Dude, save that bullshit for somebody else that don't know basketball, dude. Say that bullshit. Now, if you want me to stroke your ego, I'll do that too. Oh my God. But say that shit for somebody else. I know too much basketball. I don't need but 5 minutes max to know who can play basketball and who can't.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I saw you play, and again, it's little things, you know. If a guy's dribbling the ball, I can see if he's comfortable dribbling the ball or if it's a struggle for him to dribble the ball. I don't care if it's a guard. You had an ease about you. You had a confidence about you. First two things I noticed, and I told Sam, yo, we got to get him. The boy Pretty that we had, I liked his shot. He can shoot, but he's afraid to shoot. That's why I started playing you ahead of him. Because it's like, I got to put the best 5 out on the floor, period. But you, come on, man. I saw that like in 5 minutes.
No, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just wanted to give my...
Yeah. You can get your flowers, man. I don't care. I don't mind giving you your flowers. Dude, I told you, man, you should still be playing, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, we say it every time too, man.
We gonna
his spot. There's money to be made. There's money. And to me, I call it easy money, man. To play basketball? Come on, man. That's easy money, man.
My last attempt was when I texted you to see if you had any regards to any connection to the Big Three. That was kind of my last attempt to get back out there. And just only because like the overseas, man, they not paying me enough money, like, because I'm making more of my job. Like, it just I didn't want to leave.
Which is fine, but I'm just saying, you get the right situation, you could be it can materialize into something else. Like Mexico's paying a couple of $1,000 a month, and it's close by. But I'm just saying, do what you want to do, but man, you wasting talent.
I would have been back with you if we would have had another team in San Diego. I would have been back there every year. Boom. But
I've been right out there trying to catch a game.
Catch a game.
For real.
Nah, you're a player, man. Dude, I watched like the team my son was on. I'm like, ooh, Lord, Juju will kill him. Juju will kill him. Juju will kill him. And my son was like, yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to tune into him whenever he gets overseas. We got a brother who's overseas right now.
Oh, we ain't doing overseas, man.
Oh, you ain't messing with the overseas?
That's the last resort.
Yeah,
we doing hopefully NBA Summer League and G League first.
You did tell me that.
And then we go from there because he's an NBA talent, and so
definitely
got to get smart.
7-1 running the 4-5.
He led the PBL in shot blocking at 3 a game, and I know he got robbed on a whole bunch. So his first game, he had 7 blocks. Now I know how to count. If I don't know nothing else in life, I know how to count. I'm literally watching these, and I know how the NBA, do their shot blocking stats. But I'm talking about hand to ball. He had 7 of them. Hand to ball with no whistles. Right? They gave him 1.
Oh man.
PBL stats. They gave him 1. The next game, he has 6 hand to ball. They gave him 3.
Man.
They be doing that. You already know. I know.
I'm like, man has 13 blocks and you give him 4. So I'm like, whatever. But he still ended up with a 3 a game average with all that crap.
That's lit. But my esteemed co-host, y'all have any kind of final questions for the OG, man?
Okay, let me I want to ask you this because you're kind of navigating with your son right now. And I did my little research, you know what I'm saying? I know you dealt with some shady agents and stuff. Do you have any advice for upcoming players and stuff, like for your son and stuff when dealing with agents?
Do research. And even that's not going to be enough. But monitor your finances yourself, because no one can do you like you. You know, you can trust whoever. And somebody said this to me also on social media, like, oh, the criticism was, yeah, that's what you get for going with the white guy. And I'm like, this shit ain't got nothing to do with white or black. My first agent
Everybody
was
trying to
black.
make it right there.
My first agent was black, and he screwed me over. He screwed all his clients over to where guys were losing their homes. Luckily for me, I didn't lose my house because I had a big enough guaranteed contract in the NBA. I was able to survive it. But it's like I went black. That didn't work. I went white. That didn't work. I went old. That didn't work. I went young. Then finally I said, you know what? I'm just going to represent myself. I'm old enough now. I know this game. Most of these young people today don't need agents. See, they trick you into thinking you need them. You don't. Parents need to go get a lawyer. They look over the contract, make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and that's it. Or, even better, call the Players Association. They will look over the contract for you.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that.
And you're good. Now, if you want marketing and all that, you can go get them. So if you see a lot of guys are like, hey man, I don't need agents. You don't need, because Shea Gilders just went through that. He fired his people. He's on his own now. Good for him. What does he need an agent for? Because the way the contracts are set up, the minute your contract ends, the new one kicks in basically. You get your 20% bump, and then that's it. You just get max deals. What the hell do I need an agent for to get a max deal?
Lamar
if you play
Jackson.
well, you get max contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar Jackson kind of is kind of gonna be the lead front of that Jaden
Jaden mom.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Jason
Get
Tatum
your
and his mom too.
Put your parents on payroll. Have them be your agents on record. They give them the 4%. And here's one for you. That whole 4% in the NBA thing. 4% is the maximum. Most players just automatically give 4%. No, it's from 0 to 4. You negotiate. But nobody does that. They just automatically give 4%. I negotiate all my deals, you know, and I would be like, okay, we'll start at 1.5, okay, because you got to work too. But it's like if you get me extra on top of what I was gonna get, then I'll bump you up another %. You got to negotiate these things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Good
Free
advice.
game, y'all. Free game.
Free game, man.
Y'all chasing y'all dreams, man.
I can't use it anymore.
Free game on the Fairview pod, man.
Maybe I should start giving it up $19.99.
Hit the link in the bio.
Hey,
From my tell all.
We'll clip the audio message on sometime and sell that joint out there.
All right.
for your book tour.
Yes, sir. It's coming.
Out there. You got a question for him though, C baby?
Yeah. One last question for you. Just looking back on your career, is there anything you think you would change? Where like on the player side or the business side?
Yeah. There's a couple of things I would have done differently. And it goes back to coaches. I was right, but I was wrong. You know, and if I can explain that, it's like there were some situations where I was right, you know, in my reaction or in my words, but I was wrong based on the situation. There was different ways I could have handled it. I could have handled it differently to where I didn't embarrass a coach or make him feel less of a coach. And those are regrets for me because it changed the dynamics and how people look at me. I'm a nice guy, but it's like some of the things that I did make me come across like an ass. But again, I was right, but I was wrong. And so to me, those are the things, you know, that I wish I could do differently, you know. But at the same time, you know, as far as like wins and losses, championships, that's, you know, it is what it is. But it's like more on the personal front, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up,
I
man.
respect it. Just this last hour speaking with you, I can tell you're a real humble for the people, if I eat, we all eat type of person. So
Yeah,
I know you don't want nothing tainted on your record of this, because when in reality is
Yeah, because people have long memories, you know. Even though I've apologized and everything else, it's still, you know, I think because I hurt some people in that, and that's what bothers me even till this day. It's like, and again, even though I've apologized, it's still like, dang, if there is a thing I could take back, it would be stuff like that. You know, again, just because you're right doesn't mean you have to express it in that moment.
Yeah,
I feel that.
that's a fact, man.
Oh, that's
But
the
no, so my last question is kind of not really a question. I just kind of, like I said again, I wanted to just give you your flowers, boss man. For the people who don't know, Olden, I hit up Olden about a couple months ago to ask him just to kind of put it in his ear. And I asked him for only 30 minutes of his time. And he was like, man, I got you. Let me know whatever you need. And I said, man, the biggest thing was just when we make a post, can you share it for us? He did that. And this man came on and did the whole episode with us, man, instead of just 30 minutes. So I definitely want to give you your flowers, big dog. And really just we appreciate you, man. This is big for us and our podcast, man, because 2 months in and we got a 15-year NBA vet. And it's just like, from the bottom of my heart, man, I do appreciate you. Like, for real.
All right, now I already told you I'm a cry, dude. Be quiet. We're good.
Hold on now.
Yeah. But no, man. Like I said, man, this is Olden POLYNICE, 15-year NBA vet, loving husband, loving father, retired coach. Check out his son.
No, I'm still coaching now, just out of work.
Still coaching. Okay, hold on now. Let me correct my motherfucking self. But no, blessings to you, man. Happy Father's Day for everybody listening.
Yes,
Again, definitely thank you to Olden. Thank you to my co-host C Baby Shotgun. Season 2. I mean, yeah, season 2, episode 1, baby, at the Fairview. We here, baby.
Hey, that's Olden the Great.
Baby, JB,
all right.
At us.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
that's Olden the Great.
Hey, I wish you guys all the best with this, man. I wish you guys all the best with this. Keep it up, man. We need this, you know, just, you know, if I can give you like one bit of advice, just be yourselves and, you know, just continue doing it, man. You know,
yes, sir.
It's good stuff. We need more like this.
Hey, Drew, we on the same thing.
Hey.
We keep this bracelet on us.
Be yourself.
All right.
We keep this bracelet on us. We had, just how you was talking earlier, we lost a brother in 2013 to suicide. So
Awesome.
he left us with this message, man. Just be yourself, man, in this world.
My man. All right.
That's another
Thank you, guys.
here, man.
All right, boss man. I'll hit you up later.
Okay. Y'all take care.
Yes, sir.
All right, you too.
All right,
all right.
Yes, sir. Olden the Great.
Olden
boy should have been drafted fifth,
shout out to Olden, man. Shout out to Olden, man. On a serious note, that's big for us, boy. That's
big. That's real big,
man. He gave us a lot of game, bro. If y'all listen, man, he really changed my point of view on a lot of things, man. And I really like that. I really like the way he carried himself and moved. Like, it's just like I was saying on the last pod. Why can't we all just, like, when we was talking about we should be able to trust people to do this? I feel like he one of them people you can just trust to do something. You know what I'm saying? He just moved with pure and good intentions for everybody. So I like that. It was just great.
And what's so crazy, like, he really be like that shit he be saying, he really be meaning that. Like I said, bro, he got me into a movie, nigga, the second month I was out there. Nigga, just off the strength of, hey, this is my player. He say he likes your socks and stuff. Hey man, what's up with you, man? You wanna come by the store tomorrow? They're shooting a movie. I go by the store just to check it out. Director, hey, you wanna be an extra? What? Like, it's just crazy how, like, and then it's crazy. That's what I was about to say is, like, knowing him, like, okay, 15-year vet, whatever, NBA, just knowing him is crazy when you see him go on these, you know what I'm saying, news things, or him arguing with KD on Twitter and shit like that. It's like, damn, I really know Olden like that. That's that's my OG. So it's like, it's crazy seeing that now.
Yeah, that's dope.
You heard saying your name earlier?
We on the way. We on the way. Hey.
Say,
I need to go. I'm trying to. Hey. We gotta post some. I'm trying to see what this son talking about. 7-1 running 4-5.
I'm definitely
7-5.
Yeah,
his name is it's either Che or Shay. CHAY. POLYNICE. His son's nice. He was only like, I think 17 when he came and played with us for like 2-3 practices. He caught a couple bodies, was blocking shots, like, just, I think he was like 6'11" at that time, just being big, bro.
Man, that's the dream, bro. 6'11", 7 foot, bro.
On me. How y'all like this style though?
You said what?
How y'all like this style compared to the other style?
Oh, this is cool. This is perfect.
In person, you mean?
See, I like this because it means we can kind of probably do it more frequently and shit. And then when we get like, we invest in the other shit, that we can just use that episode every Saturday for the gentleman's episodes. So we can just do a gentleman's episode shit every Saturday, just to kind of get your mental health for every week instead of every month, or you know what I mean, like type shit. If that's what y'all want to do. Hold on, baby girl. Hold on.
Matter to me. You can just see how it look and how everything sound and stuff when we post. Make sure everything's clear and clarity. Because there's a couple times on my end where it looked like it was lagging, and I just don't know if it's going to transition that way as well in the video when we drop this.
But overall, it went smooth. I like it. I mean, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool way to have the rest on it.
Yeah, the editing. I'm about to add. Hey, so we do have another special. He's not a guest, and I know he's only on for like the last 10 minutes, but he's been on. He had to take care of Miss Era. It is the Braven Era. This is our another co-host, man. We introducing y'all for his motherfucking pod debut, season 2, episode 1. Shout out to that boy Deuce.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, boy.
What up, man?
What's up with it, boy?
I see the Fairview then went mobile now. Okay.
Yeah.
Fairview
He's supposed to
went
be
mobile.
on here, yeah.
I was actually listening to Coach, man. I was here the whole time. I just didn't want to interrupt the flow. It was already flowing, and taking in the knowledge that he gave us. It went by so fast. It didn't feel like we was talking that long. But
bro, I had to look. That's why I was kind of like, I kind of wanted to just kind of get him out of here, because I'm like, damn, I'm probably taking up a lot of his time. I said, damn, we've been going for an hour 20. Man, he told
you could tell he was enjoying it, bro. Like, you could tell, like,
no, for sure. He just a good dude, man. He really, like I said, I asked him this 2 months ago, and he kept his word, bro. So even with the day reschedule, then the hour reschedule, he was all good with it. Came on, gave us that soil. He gave it up too. That's big for us, boy.
Yeah, bro. It was some
we need to book our flight to LA.
Hey, we got to put that in motion. Stay in his ear.
I'm scared of LA, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy white jeans, white shirts, nigga. I ain't finna be wearing no colors. Niggas finna be out there
bring 3 pair of Air Forces.
Hey, you gotta wear more about them. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna, we live. I can't say it all.
Shit, you can say
that West Hollywood, shawty.
Hey,
or something.
You can say whatever you want, man. This is our shit. This is now 100% ownership, man. 100%. But shit, for the last shit, if y'all want to give 10 minutes, or Deuce, if you want to kind of, since it's your first time being on, bro, kind of give these niggas a soil just give them a little 2-minute rundown. Before we head into like 2 of these little topics real quick.
Like as far as who I am, or what's
well,
up?
they
Like,
they know us just from season 1, and they ain't been able to
yeah.
see you yet. But this is another of our co-hosts, and yeah, this is your debut. Just kind of give them the soil. What you got going on? How baby girl doing this week?
Man, these my brothers, man. We grew up in Kansas together, and I slid out to the south in middle school, play some sports, and shit, we always stay locked in ever since then, and eternally, you know what I mean?
Eternally.
Shit, now here I've been a viewer, kind of just like everybody else until today. Big fan of the show. I love the host.
He's a big fan.
Yeah. Nah, man, but I'm excited for like what we got going on, and right now, ultimately, I know June, like as the podcast elevates, but it started. This is documentation for you young ladies and young men out there that are our children. You know, this is forever, and that's what eternal means. And it's just cool. I can't wait to reference back to today when we're, you know, where we're at in a couple years, and just be like, yo, this
shit crazy, bro. And just now the fact that we kind of like now we're heading this route, we can, like I was saying, we can start putting out episodes to where it's kind of easy to be accessible. Like you can be driving and just hop on real quick. Like it's just making it easier to be acceptable. I'm gonna get down with the editing and shit. Still gonna do the skits. Still gonna have, you know what I mean? Got the camera now. Like yeah, bro, I'm excited as well. I'm excited with you.
Huh?
I'm excited with you, man. But nah, viewers, that is Deucey. He's here with us now.
Yeah, but since this is our Father's Day episode, though, too. Yeah, you look like you already doing something for Braven's Clothes.
Yes.
What's up, man? How has fatherhood been? Has there been like I wouldn't say a realization, but like, can you see like a
Yes, I'm glad you
switch?
just asked that, bro, because something's been eating at my heart since I've had her. And I'm not gonna mention names or throw anybody under the bus. I'm just going to try to explain to people that don't have kids, or especially like our younger cousins, siblings, people that we admire, and apologize to y'all first, and to all my friends and for family that I love, that you have a kid, and I feel like she's going on her 3rd week of life, and like what means more to me now is like nothing you could ever do to me or for me would mean more than, hey, how is she? You feel me? Like so the fact that, and I know I've been an absent, like I'm my type of nigga that reach out to people, like, and it's always like 2 sides to everything, but just if you know someone that has a kid, bro, like check in on them niggas every once in a while, bro, because like if you don't, it could make someone feel like, damn, you say you love me, you don't show my kid no love, and then that can just take you down a whole path of bitterness and not wanting to mess with nobody. And so like as my first Father's Day, I'm coming to the realization that I've been on the wrong side of that for a while, and I'm trying to undo that. You know what I mean?
I definitely
by being aware, just tapping in with people that have kids, bro. Check on their kids. Forget your friends. Check on their kids, nigga. Like that's really what what I'm saying. Like that probably mean more to anybody. And I had a lot of people hit me up, and everyone that tapped in and asked, but there's some people that didn't, and it's like people that I thought meant a lot to me. So I'm trying to judge, you know what I mean? And they might still mean a lot, but as a parent, it's just like, oh, you don't tap in with my kid, you don't fuck with me, period. And or at least my mindset, you know what I'm saying? In these couple of days that I've had as a parent.
Yeah.
So just to be aware and like really check in on these kids, man. Like, and as a parent, like it's probably not personal. You know what I'm saying? On the parent side of it, like they're not waking up like, oh, fuck Damien, I'm not gonna check on this. Like that's not, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. But just the barrier between checking on people and their kids is wild to me, because you know what I'm saying. And I'm sorry that I haven't done that with y'all, and but I'm gonna be better, bro. That's one thing we do. We learn from sports. You learn how to lose. I know I don't like to lose the same way. So shit, now I'm gonna hit the film room, watch the film, and I'm gonna adjust, come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I move. So that's
Yeah.
for Father's Day. That's kind of what I want to put out there. Like support these people, support kids, nigga. Like your people, kids, bro. Let them know. And I'm sorry that I haven't been actively on that with y'all. You know what I mean? Like
No,
as
you
much as I
good.
could, right? Like obviously I live far from here. I couldn't pull up if I wanted to, but I got partners right down the street with kids, and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like so, like it's
Yeah.
not an excuse.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
feel you.
good, but
That's
you
yeah.
go ahead, Saudi. Go ahead, Saudi.
No, I'm just agreeing. That's
Yeah,
something
no,
people don't think about though, and that's I'm glad you brought that to attention because
yeah, I'm agreeing
it's
with you
something
as well.
natural for us.
But also,
But
I'm agreeing with you. But also, I want you to give yourself grace, as in you are the most recent. But even when I first seen Raya, bro, the first thing that popped into my head was like when I first heard that quote, "Having a baby is the greatest thing you never knew." So like when you start seeing things and this, down and third, it kind of starts having you realize like, damn, maybe that's why he hasn't. That's why I haven't talked to this nigga in months because nigga, he's just so
Yeah, he
focused on
locked
what's
in
going
on
on now. It's like
yeah,
you don't want to miss a moment
yeah,
on the phone. Like you might be texting and she might have rolled over for the first time. You like, damn, I just missed that shit. Fuck. I could
yep,
have sent this message 5 minutes later. He ain't gonna
yeah,
trip. So you just kind of give yourself grace and kind of realize like you might be realizing a lot of shit, but also you ain't got to worry about. We all like, nigga. We all, basically what I'm trying to say is like, nigga, we all feel the same way. Like, as in, like, damn. I kind of felt it like, damn, Shaw did this at 22. Fuck.
yeah, and it's just hats off. Like it's hard, bro. Like what nigga waking up be like, man, I gotta change this doo-doo ass diaper. And Braven we going through 2 or 3, 4 at a time because I'll change it. She'll look at me, smile, and it's all like so like you know what I'm saying? So but what we go through, me recently learning this is just it's a lot, and I got a lot of respect, and like I just feel like I know a lot of people with kids, and me being I feel like the last one with them, so I'm kind of just not having that realization that I definitely need to be better at checking in on niggas' kids, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah,
well,
we all
on
part
the
of
flip,
we
I
all
try
part
to
of the
send a
same
birthday
village, baby.
gift. I
All
try to
part of
send
the
a
same village.
gift. I try to send a gift. I try to pull up to parties, but like, it's big. Like, I feel like it's easier than that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a phone call.
FaceTime, Uncle
Yeah,
Damien.
yeah, yeah.
Them
Like
knowing.
Riot has no clue who I am. A lot of my cats don't even know who I am. You feel me? Like, and that's that. I don't really that don't sit right with me.
And
Now
I feel that. I feel that.
that don't sit
No,
right with
because
me.
like no, for real, because like, I be thinking about that too, even with Braven, like even with Dennis's little daughter, like even with saying so, like just kids who aren't in the same states. It's kind of like I love Deuce to death, so it's like the fact that his baby don't like, you know what I mean. I love Braven the same way I love you, so and I know vice versa, but the fact that I know I basically I just know exactly what you mean, like bro. I want to see this baby every day. I love this baby right here. This baby, I need to see this baby every day.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, and I already know she gonna be my baby gonna be confused. She got about 20, 30 uncles. That's all right though. Shit, you gonna meet them all at some point in time. Believe that. But no, man, hey, that's Deucey for y'all. We can hop into this shit,
Yeah, I had to hop off, man.
all right, that's a bet. Say hi, Cassius. Look, she was in there playing parkour. Say hi, Cassius.
Hi.
You see, this fresh off the wake up. He already got energy. Just
Yeah, she's out of control right now.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, there she goes. Look at him. He's well, no, man. Y'all, appreciate y'all joining this season 2, man. Picking it up with our guests Thursday, man. Y'all know how we give it up through speech, through journal. Loyalty is for life, and the bonds are eternal, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Shout out to y'all. Say bye.
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 All right, my brother. Love.
I love, brother.
Speaking on different topics, might be twisting up some dropping the truth first. Don't really give a fuck if you don't like it. Never flipping the script, telling it like it is. Might not see eye to eye, but the fair view we gon' give. If you don't like someone's opinion, shit, it is what it is. A podcast is a podcast, it's gon' give what it give. Money is the rush, just getting it how we live. Morals and principles is how we raising our kids. Now let's do it big, yeah, B.I.G. If you hating on us, then you can suck the T.I.P. Forever my brothers, 3 letters, F.M.B. Forever my brothers, 3 letters, F.M.B. For sure, any negative energy, then you gotta go. Adios, you can get wiped just like a snotty nose. Vominos, lay it all on the table like some dominoes. Geronimo, you know we stay shining just like a pot of gold.